Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Eagles Nest Esports podcast where we talk all things esports. We are your hosts, Joshua and
David.
Hi, how you doing today?
First,
David?
I thought you were gonna say David. I was like, wait, why?
No.
I thought we were gonna flip the script.
No. We gotta stick to what we know. We gotta stick to what we know. But welcome to another episode, another live episode. I know last week we weren't able to do this live. It was very sad. Very sad. Sad day. But
weather day that didn't end up being a bad weather day. But hey, I'm glad that the weather did not get bad.
Free day off school, though. I will take a free day off school. Me too. Woo. I love a free day off school. We have another great
For any
episode.
of our professors are watching, weather day any day.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We're students first. We have another great episode planned for y'all today. Plus, this feels like I should name this the Rocket League episode.
Yeah, pretty much it is.
A lot of Rocket League news.
Well, there was a nice featured article talking about Rocket League, and then Rocket League major first LAN with an audience happened over 2 years, just over the weekend.
Interesting.
A few different things happened. It just happened to be this week.
Ooh, my goodness. Ooh, yawning. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about this. Not being a big Rocket League aficionado.
And me being a big Rocket League fan.
I was just saying, you're going to hear a lot from David today.
Yes.
He feels he has a lot to say.
I'm very, very intrigued at how these articles went by.
I'm looking forward to it. But before we get into that, of course, we got our favorite segment, the USM Esports News for the week, starting off with our Rocket League team. Having a match this week against Fanshawe College, of course. I was looking forward to this match, but unfortunately, they did not take the dub on this one.
Right.
So I guess our undefeated season has come to a close.
Yeah,
sad day
for Rocket League. But hey, they're still holding strong. I think a little bit, but it was just maybe a little bit of communication. One player was playing remote, so a little bit delay in the communication always makes a difference.
I do not like playing remote.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it is not a fun time. It is not a fun time to play remote.
Plus, when you're in person, you can kind of at least like say,
see
hey,
it. I can see
each other and talk to them in person. And be like, hey, tell me what's going on. Like, what can we work on together? What can we move forward? But with esports, we always have to deal with remote stuff sometimes. So
it is.
We just play it how it is.
It is what it is. And turns out after that loss, it looks like we will be staying close. We're going to be in second
seed, I think.
We're certainly the second seed. So we're still in second.
Right. Well.
If I'm looking,
we play Cumberland Phoenix tomorrow, so we could be a tie for second seed. For all we know right now.
No, because here's
I don't
the
know
thing,
how it would work out.
Because they're 7-1, so they play an extra game. So I think we would still be in second whether we won or lost because they still have the better record than us.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe we have.
Make sure I'm looking at the standings, right? We're looking at the standings to make sure we are correct about this.
Oh, you know what? We may still have a makeup game this week, so they may get closer.
Okay, we may get closer. So we could technically end this weekend first.
We could technically still end this weekend first. I don't know how a tie for second would go. Probably with a tiebreaker match. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They may probably go to game score. That's what it.
That is
That's what it is.
very true. Moving on to our Overwatch team.
Get a little bogged down. My bad.
Yeah, I know. I told you Rocket League episode today. So our Overwatch team. Sam's gonna hate us for this, but they played last week, and we totally forgot who they played.
No. They played UAH.
Oh, they did?
University of Alabama at Huntsville.
Oh,
Their
they did
blue team.
play.
The blue team.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
No,
okay.
I didn't forget.
Okay,
Don't put that on me.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I forgot. Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
I forgot
It's all
who they
good.
played.
It's
But
funny. Well, at first we thought they were playing Augustina or something like that.
Augustina?
Yeah,
Augustina?
Yeah, Augustina. But that wasn't true. In the schedule it said that.
Oh, interesting.
But,
So I'm not going to say, this probably has not been updated. I don't know if this has been updated or not.
Is Ole Miss in there?
I don't think Ole Miss is in
It's
there.
in here somewhere.
I know Ole
Anyway,
Miss is in here somewhere. I think we want to talk some smack to Ole Miss, but hey, that's
we do.
That's
I was going to say, if they're in the same division as our Overwatch team, Overwatch going to smack.
Another
smack.
conversation for a different day.
Hey,
Hey.
at the end of this season, then we go to a LAN, correct? We go to a finals LAN with the championship with the winners
online.
of.
That's online.
Still, it's a chance to beat Ole Miss.
It is a chance to beat Ole Miss, though. That is right. There is a chance to beat Ole Miss.
I'm liking this.
We will take
Still have to play
those
against Northwood, though, so that's a little bit of a struggle.
I don't think.
We may not have to play against them, but it's a possibility.
But yeah, still. So I don't know the current standing for the Eagle Esports because I don't see the standings being updated yet.
They don't. I'm sorry, but they do not update them enough.
We're just gonna tell them. We're just gonna tell them.
They update Rocket League decent, but everything else doesn't get updated that much.
Interesting.
At least Overwatch, because the Overwatch team always talks about it.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
So I just didn't know if there was like an update in standings, but I'm sure they're doing good. I'm sure they're doing great.
I think they're either undefeated or only lost one match, and I think
they did
if
lose
they
one
did,
match.
that
I think
was
they
when
lose one. I thought
Sam
they
or
lost
one of them
one.
had to be out of town.
I think I remember that one. But
wait, one of them had to play remote.
yes, I think that
their main player was off. That's what it was.
Fair.
Yep.
So that's all we have for USM
Sorry
Esports
about
news.
that.
I know.
A little bit of a tangent, but hey, that's
little
what a
bit of a
podcast is for.
That's what
It's for talking.
We can just talk as much as we want.
For
Speaking
chatting.
of Overwatch, though, I know we were going to talk about Rocket League, but for some news this week, so it's just quick little read-off news. A lot of Overwatch players knows the man, the legend, the myth himself, Super.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that on there.
He
My
has
bad.
officially retired from the Overwatch League.
Overwatch League.
Overwatch League.
Overwatch League.
League.
The Overwatch League.
I can never catch a break.
Wig.
I can never catch a break with Dave. I can never catch a break.
Josh still likes guac, by the way.
No, I don't.
That soundbite never made it to Twitter, but it should have.
Yes. But anyway, Super ending a 4-year career in the Overwatch League. Man, when I said...
Did I make you mess it up again?
No.
I can't tell anymore.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
can only hear Overwatch League.
Oh, my goodness. Ending his 4-year career in the Overwatch League, and he's been, as a lot of people say, the Overwatch poster boy. Like, and when you think of Overwatch League, Super was the first name to come in mind. But to spend 4 years in Overwatch League, to see probably a lot of success. Hopefully he enjoys his retirement. Hopefully, as a lot of ex-players do, they go into the world of content. So I'm hoping he explores the world of content creation, and hopefully he still stays very active within the Overwatch League. But yeah, just a quick little read.
Think he'll move towards a coach? I haven't looked. Coach, or maybe like a manager, or some kind of workings with some organization, or would he be a good fit for a caster? I don't know.
I would love to see him. I would love to see him go to the move into a coaching role. But like I said, that's I think Sam would know more about.
Right.
But like I said, him winning 2 championships as well with the San Francisco Shocks too. I mean, one of the main reasons they became a good team in 2019 and 2020. So Super
on the map.
Exactly. So Super, enjoy your retirement. Enjoy it.
Enjoy that money.
Enjoy it, man.
Live life. Play Overwatch still.
Play Overwatch still.
Play Overwatch 2.
Hopefully he still, like I say, he stays involved within the scene though. I hope he stays involved within the
He actually dropped
Overwatch
out
scene.
so he can join the Overwatch 2 league.
But I think it's time we let David just have his moment. This is
Rocket League Rant.
All
League Rant.
David right here. So
yeah, it's a lot of Rocket League stuff. But hey, I was really happy that Esports Insider had this as a featured article. I was like, okay, I see you.
So
Rocket League's race to become a Tier 1 esport.
So
it's been a big talk for a while. I want to talk about this before I launch off into reading off some stuff.
So I got a question. What's your definition of a Tier 1 esports game?
So
what's the definition?
They actually talked about it in the article how a Tier 1 or Tier 2 doesn't have like a solid definition or like even like a ranking in like a spreadsheet or anything like that. They talked about it in more of terms of like big name sponsorship, viewership, having logos in game, that kind of deal, or like or at tournaments with that kind of stuff, as well as money like prizing.
Oh, of course.
And they talked about that, how Rocket League still has like a ways to go, but I do think they're projected.
Okay.
I wouldn't say projected. I would say it's looking like they can shoot for it pretty good. I will say their money is getting pretty dang close to Tier 1 because
how close
over this last year they had $6 million in winnings to go through, but I think for the World Championship, the first place gets $600,000. So I mean that's still pretty dang good.
That's a lot of money.
That's pretty dang good. And not to mention they can win money throughout the entire thing, through the majors, to the splits, to the regionals. But to talk about Rocket League specifically, the game, it came from humble beginnings. It launched 6.5 years ago, which is still crazy to me.
6-year-old game is still relevant.
Getting more improvement as the years go on.
6-year-old game, by the way.
Their budget was just shy of $2 million. That's nothing.
That's it?
That's nothing.
That's all they had?
That's all they had.
$2 million.
Shy of $2 million. That's to produce the whole game. That's to launch it. That's to get it off on discs. That's to get it on marketplaces.
Whew.
That's all they had to work with. And not to mention that's to pay their people also to
How are they
salaries.
still? How are they still?
And servers are like insane to try to get.
How are they? So I'm confused.
Well, let's see. Their revenues ballooned to like 110 million by mid 2016 when they launched in 2015. That's a really good return on investment.
That's a really big return.
That's a good return on investment.
The skins, man. The skins.
At that point,
I don't think skins were a thing.
I don't think skins. I don't know if you could buy skins at that point. I think that was just game sales because it was like $20 or $30 to buy the game at the point.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I don't even remember when skins came in. They might have come in late 2016, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this is pre-Epic. This is still pre-Epic.
Pre-Epic. So this is before they were signed by. This still
this
like
before
Phoenix.
they were backed by millions and millions of dollars.
Psychonics? Is that the name?
Psyonix.
Yeah,
Psyonix. Still
okay,
Psyonix. Epic just bought Psyonix.
Okay.
So they own Psyonix and Rocket League.
So this was pre-Epic by them.
Pre-Epic
okay.
buy
So
them.
continue.
And then and the article goes on to say more, but it says its tier 2 counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League has failed to mount a serious claim to the revered tier 1 status of rivals like League of Legends, CS:GO, and Dota 2.
So the thing with that is, everyone's known or has been around the League of Legends, CS:GO, and Dota 2 esports scene for God knows how long. Rocket League was just coming up to be like an esports, like to be taken seriously to be an esports game. Because like I said, I've been watching esports. Like I said, I remember watching CS:GO and how old that game is. I'm surprised it's still as relevant as it is today.
Right.
Knowing how old the game is.
Right, and the fact that it's still increasing in prize money and viewership.
Exactly.
Players have gone back and forth. Free-to-play really gave it a big boost, and a lot of people have talked about how Rocket League's lost all these players and this and that and the other, but I think a lot of people really kind of missed some of the numbers. Now, I may have also missed like some kind of esports chart where it said this is the X amount of players it was at this time, and this is the X amount of players now. But from what I paid attention to back in the, before free to play, players were at the 300, 400,000, maybe 500,000 concurrent on like a Friday, like a peak day.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like sitting around 300,000 on a normal day, 400,000 on a normal day. Now we did get a peak of about a million and a half, maybe 2 million concurrent at free to play. But still, it brought a lot of life back into the game. It brought a lot of attention to it.
I mean,
it opened up a lot of doors.
Free to play, in my opinion, can bring a lot of players.
Exactly.
Why you think Halo Infinite is so popular as it is now?
Right.
Because some people may not want to play the campaign game; they just want to play multiplayer. The fact that I can play a multiplayer, a well-polished multiplayer game. Yes, there's still problems, but it's still a free-to-play multiplayer game. Who's gonna say no? It's Halo.
Right.
Who's gonna say no to that? Who's gonna say no to a free?
Except PlayStation players, because they can't do it.
You had to call out every place. You just called out every PlayStation player.
They all went out and bought an Xbox because they wanted to play
Probably.
Infinity.
But yeah,
Infinite.
so I remember when you had to pay for CS:GO.
Yeah.
I remember when I had to pay.
I remember you had to pay monthly to play games online.
Oh my goodness.
That's like MMO days, but still.
But yeah, I remember when you had to pay for CS:GO. And now that it's free to play, I mean, like, I still play CS:GO nowadays.
You can hop on anytime you want, and if you're a new player, you're like, oh, what is this? Oh, and you don't want to pay $60 because it's an old game. Makes sense.
It is free, though.
But free?
It's free.
Yeah, exactly. You can dive in at any point.
No harm in it, trying it out. And if you don't like it, okay. If you want to get back
free.
into it, just
download.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I get why free to play can be good, but I can also see it's, like, not so good.
It can have some interesting side effects. I mean, everyone can think about the loot crates, and everyone can think about like the pay-to-win models.
That's my
has
problem.
Been mostly left behind, and
I'm glad
in most games, and it is good because it doesn't make any sense why you would do that. And companies started realizing, this is not very moral. Not a very good moral push.
I hate pay-to-win games. I really do hate pay-to-win games.
You got plenty of apps still out there that are pay-to-win.
I really don't like that.
But just don't download them, honestly.
What's the point of me playing a game that I think is already a good game that I can feel I can get better at, but if I have to pay to get better at a game.
Exactly.
Like, okay, so I'm going to take Call of Duty, for example. I remember when back in, like, when you had DLCs, you get a new weapon. That weapon was either better or was it not that good? If you had that gun, you were like, okay, you got the gun, you paid for the DLC. That doesn't mean you're like bad because the gun was probably not that good. There's better guns in the game.
Right.
But then when when I think it was Black Ops 3 or Black Ops or Ghost, I don't know which one, that introduced loot crates. That's where it felt like it was paid to win because you had to have a certain gun in order to be that good. I think it was Advanced Warfare. You had the Speakeasy, which was it was an SMG. People were using it as if it was an assault rifle. It was crazy. There comes a point to where, yes, it's free, but however, if like I say, Call of Duty was a free-to-play game, if Advanced Warfare was free-to-play, if I have to spend a ridiculous amount of money just to be like even considered good at the game, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I would just uninstall quick, fast, and
right. I mean,
hurry.
Who would? I mean, unless you have a bunch of money. Even
That's
then,
it. That,
you're
but still,
having to spend money. It's not a fair. You know, it's not fair.
Really
even if
not.
You think you're gonna win.
That is true. That is true. But this ain't about that. All different. Back on top, back to Rocket League. And I read this part, and it said that Rocket League's RLCS Season 8 World Championship in 2019 and the 2021 and 2022 Fall Major, the two most recent international LAN events, received a peak viewership.
Well, and that was before this article. I think was written either right before or right on top of this weekend that had another major. So those numbers aren't out yet. I'm looking for those as soon as they come up.
But
this was the one from in fall. Yeah.
So from the fall one, it reached an average viewership and peak viewership of 280,000 people. That is crazy. I don't think I've seen that many people watch Call of Duty like that.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy because a lot of League of Legends stuff get like 1 million plus.
Yes.
You know, so obviously by that standard they swamp Rocket League in a lot of ways.
Yes.
But what I'm looking for, and you know, if you think about it in these terms, I wrote it down here. The Fall Major is a smaller event, more like a playoff game. And
so this wasn't even a major tournament.
More like a grand finals.
This wasn't
like
even
a grand finals big deal. This was a major tournament, but it wasn't the biggest major tournament.
So that's what I'm saying. This is a small tournament.
This is like one of the 3 smaller big tournaments.
Reaching that peak number?
Yeah, of the 2019 peak. What the peak should have been.
Oh, my bad.
The Fall Major is reaching what? No, sorry. This is more like a Grand Finals Season 8 World Championship. The Fall Major is more like, like you said, like a smaller event.
But a smaller tournament that is possible of reaching that types of numbers.
Exactly.
It's crazy. And like even when I was like watching, I remember watching Call of Duty Major 1. Everyone, if you weren't an Optic fan, nobody else was watching. Even it was an in-person event too. So I felt like there was, if you're not an Optic, if you're not cheering for Optic, you're not watching it. You just want to see Optic play. You want to just see them. And if they lose, okay, we're done watching for the rest of the night. We're not going to watch anything else. We don't care what happens. So like my question is now, what made it so popular where everyone's watching it? Was there a certain team that's good, or is it just how popular the game is?
Let's see. I need to open this puppy up.
Yeah, let's open this article because now this has gained my interest.
I think it says it in here. Some big names came back to Rocket League. Shoot, I can't find it. I think Complexity.
Go back up. I think I saw something.
A couple other big names.
Go back up. Keep going up real quick. Go back up real quick. Keep going.
Here it is. Right here.
Yeah.
Misfits, Evil Geniuses, Natus Vincere,
Navi,
Luminosity, and Complexity. Misfits, Evil Geniuses, Luminosity, and Complexity are the ones I was thinking about.
Okay.
They came back to Rocket League.
Go back up a little bit.
Kind of in this last season, mostly.
Keep going up.
Where am I going?
Yeah. It was I saw this one too. It said we're proud that a young audience can play and be a part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that this game can be tailored towards a younger audience.
Exactly, and the free-to-play really kind of opened that up for more people to see. I think that's where part of the viewership is coming from. Just think about if 10% of the free-to-play players thought this game is amazing and they want to make it their new main game for the rest of their life. I mean, that may be like a little bit, it may be like a positive light look on it. It may be a little bit too exaggerated, but
think of it this way.
What if it's only 5% of 1 million players?
Think of it this way.
That's still a lot of players.
That is a lot. And think of it this way. If you didn't know what esports is and you wanted to get into it at a young age,
easy one to get into.
I mean, this game is pretty much easy, like I said, easy to get into.
Especially if even just like a non-gamer, like an older person who just wants to view it, they can at least understand. Oh, it's like soccer. You get a ball in the goal, and that's the point. Obviously there's some crazy stuff going on, but there's just a
there's
car.
skill. There's still like a good skill gap that takes for it to you be a good player. But even then, I feel like that ain't hard to do. Like just sit down and practice, and before then you'll be probably one of the top grandmasters. Or a diamond player. But still though, it's just that it's so easy to get into this world of esports. It's just one game.
Yeah, and not to mention, yes, it's an older game, but think about it in terms of the older game is, the more content you can view to get better. More content of how to do this and that in the game, how to improve in this way and that way for all types of learners.
And the funny thing is, I was on TikTok the other day, and there was people posting Rocket League. I gave a gold my diamond account because he said he can be diamond and let him play on my diamond account, see how he does. Like the amount of content that can be produced by just playing soccer, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how people do it. I really don't.
Check out Sunless Khan. He's got a lot of awesome videos. If you want to see some cool stuff, I think he's, sure, call me a Sunless fanboy, but
fanboy.
He really is driving the content world of Rocket League. All the Musty fanboys will be like, no, Musty's better. He reached 2 million viewers or followers. No, 1 million subscribers first. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Doesn't matter about that. It matters on what the content's actually been put out.
That's true. That's true.
Don't get me wrong. Musty's an amazing player. He's fun to watch on YouTube, but I think Sunless has got the market of content just squared off.
Interesting. But we should move on to the next one.
Yes.
To the RLCS 2021-22
Winter Major, which happened over the weekend.
Which was the first LAN with an audience.
In over 2 years.
Man, do we miss audience in LANs. I miss audience. Seeing, like I say, just watching LAN events nowadays and seeing audience there just makes it feel more real that we're almost there to the point to where we can go back to doing this.
We're pretty much there at this point.
There's still some games, like I know Siege is still not allowing audience yet. And again, understand it's going to take time for some people to really go back to those weird things.
Right. Plus, they do a little bit of international stuff too. International is a little bit kind of.
I'm glad a lot. Is there more international event? Because like I get going to U.S. a lot, but like I'm glad to see that we're going overseas to really show other people that hey, esports is a really cool thing over here in the West. I think that y'all should look into it and maybe make something out of it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, and cool thing about the World Championship for Rocket League RLCS, it's gonna be in Dallas, Texas. I'm looking at tickets now. Well, tickets haven't dropped yet, but I'm looking about getting it and going because that's just a hop and a skip.
That's gonna be $100
No, that's actually it's probably gonna be close to like 100, maybe like 80.
$80
not bad
for a ticket. You get the Rocket League team there.
Dude, me and two of the other guys on the Rocket League team have already talked about it a little bit.
It would be nice.
So,
it would be nice.
It'd be fun.
But
a nice trip.
G2.
Yes, G2 won the first LAN with an audience in over 2 years. It was really interesting to see G2. I mean, I would say they're considered top 4, top 16, definitely. Like
top
solid.
4, top 6.
Top 4, top 6. But one thing that's been a big change up with the leaderboards, I was very surprised. The team who won the last major, they were in 7th place this time. Yeah. The team who got second, they were in 11th place. The whole leaderboards have changed up. And the top 4 is pretty much in the 5 to 12 range now. Like, everything's swapped up.
Yeah.
But that's awesome because now some of those 5 to 12 range, 7 to 11 range, they're up in there in the top 4. And that's awesome. I'm loving how things are still changing up. The play styles are really culminating together. I think a lot of teams got a good practice at the last LAN. They finally got to play international teams without lag.
Whoa, without lag.
That's a big deal. And then they finally got some practice in for some scrims, and then scrimmed this past week and had group stage, and they all came together. And a lot of teams are improving. Sucks for my NRG team because I love NRG, but it's good when competition gets better. And in fact, this will help NRG for the World Championship in August. And not to mention for the spring major. That's still got to come.
I told you, this is a David episode now.
This is David.
This is all David. I'm just here trying to provide my 2 cents. But,
another thing for Rocket League.
Okay, this one. This was
pretty cool because
I'm gonna talk about this
just remember, put your mind back in the COVID-19 time. You're all locked down.
So we're back in quarantine now.
This kind of just like I'm talking about for the audience. Kind of get them pictured for this idea.
Right.
Now, read it off for me.
Okay. So, you will now be able to watch David's favorite game, aka favorite esports game, Rocket League, in Fortnite. I'm gonna let that sink in.
Sink in a little bit.
Watching a video game.
Some of you probably already know what I'm referencing now.
Inside a video game.
Remember the concerts that showing up in Fortnite?
I did not watch a single one.
I didn't watch one, but I did hear.
There is no point.
There was a lot of people, but still, that's a thing. That's kind of moving towards like some metaverse stuff. You know, it's interesting to me. You can watch Rocket League Esports, or you could at least this last weekend. I'm sure going forward it's going to happen. In fact, they even kind of reference that tease that they're going to do more in the future. But over this last weekend, you could watch the Rocket League Major in Fortnite. You could jump into
creative
mode. I was trying to think of the name.
Yep.
With like 24 friends or something. I said it in the article, but like 24 or 32 players. You can jump in there. You're in Champions Field. They recreated Champions Field in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch from the stands. You can jump out in the field. It's on a big screen up top. There's screens all around in the arena. You can jump into little theater rooms off on the side. It is some cool stuff. I watched a little bit of gameplay about it. Somebody showing it.
So you're telling me people are going to install Fortnite?
Install Fortnite so they can watch Rocket League, their favorite game, right? It's cool. I thought it was really interesting because you can actually walk around in the stands. And another thing, Fortnite's free, so you can also download.
Oh my god,
Fortnite's free.
This all goes back to it being a free game.
Being a free game.
It's all going
They're
back
both
to being
owned by Epic,
play.
that's why.
Why do you have Fortnite? Well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna leave it alone.
And then let's see. I'm gonna read off. This is I don't know if it's a tweet or if it's like a quote they said to media. They went on to say they've got even more things planned in the future. This starts the quote. This is only the beginning. Stay tuned to experience more epic esports moments with your friends as Rocket League Live evolves throughout the RLCS season.
So what I'm hearing is there's going to be more.
Yeah, there's going to be more. I mean, they pretty much.
What's next? I'm going to be watching.
They did say there's going to be more.
I'm going to watch Rocket League inside Call of Duty.
I mean, I don't know about that. They're not owned by Epic, are they?
No.
Okay, so probably not at this moment. But other esports are probably going to. I mean, I don't know, but maybe Fortnite won't set a trend. Maybe they will. But they didn't start the Battle Royale mode, but they did kind of popularize it in a lot of ways. You know, they are kind of changing things in some ways. Maybe they won't change things. Maybe the popularity of Fortnite will go up or down based on the fact they pulled out building as a part of it.
It's enjoyable.
I haven't played it yet but I'm actually thinking about doing it. Whereas before I was like, okay, my nephew asked me to play, I'll play, but then I delete it right after.
If the nephew wants to play, so you should play with your nephew.
Yeah. I mean,
how old's your nephew?
He's pretty cracked at Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of kids who are fracked at Fortnite.
Fortnite? Yeah, you want to make fun of my Overwig League? Now we got
Overwatch League. You're welcome. And you like guac.
No, I don't.
I'll never let you forget that.
I'm never living that down.
No, you won't, but it's great. Aren't you glad to have friends?
Help me.
Help me on live.
Live. Help me live.
Well, how's your week in gaming been?
So you're talking about Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
You were talking about
Fortnite.
It. So I tried it. I honestly genuinely enjoyed it.
Well, that's good.
It was a different change of pace. I think it relies more on gun skill than it does, being able to do 90s. I know I'm doing the weird stuff, but dude.
He's watching himself on screen. That's why.
Yes, I'm watching myself on the screen to make sure I'm not doing it right. I'll make sure I look normal doing it.
Yeah.
But it was actually kind of enjoyable to play. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of interesting to play without building.
I bet, and not have everyone block your shot.
Exactly. It felt more like I would love to see it become a permanent mode in the game to where, you can still build if you want to. However, if you don't want to build, you can do this. I think I would thoroughly enjoy that. Thoroughly enjoy doing that.
Really depends on how popular it gets, and I wonder.
It's very popular.
Well, that's
People
good.
are loving it.
I bet.
A lot of your streamers, remember the big Fortnite streamers back in.
They're going back to Fortnite.
Ninja, Courage, Tim, Pokemon, all your big names are going back and playing the game. Myth. I remember the boy Myth. Oh, actually, she's not good. But still, though,
there's an old clip of him playing Rocket League. It's hilarious.
Your big streamers are going back and playing the game because of how enjoyable it is. Back when you were playing with your friends in lockdown and you were just having a
vibing,
great
chilling.
time. Like
Yeah.
people didn't know how to build either. Like it was still like
Exactly.
the basics. Like it was so much fun. And now that you can kind of recreate that,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
it's great. I'm looking forward to it. Like I would genuinely recommend people if you want to play, go for it.
Gotcha.
Because it's more enjoyable than playing, like I said, Warzone nowadays, which is.
Oh, I think I deleted it forever ago, so I don't even want to touch it. For me, Rocket League again. Enjoying that. Playing a little bit of not League of Legends. Playing a little bit of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
It took you a while
last
thinking.
week, I have also watched anime, of course. I watched a bit of Fairy Tail. So I know I jumped off of the video game week, but that's kind of been eating up some of my time versus some gaming.
Uh-huh.
And that's about it. That's been my week. Obviously some homework, obviously classes, getting some content rolled out.
Getting some content.
Trying to work on some stuff.
Getting some content.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to show you what our I won't say it. I'll say it off stream in a second. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah. I don't want to tease too much.
Keep me updated. Keep me updated.
I will.
Updated. But yeah, my week in gaming has been, it's been interesting to say the least. I've enjoyed it. Playing more Siege, trying to get better at the game.
Yeah. Getting ready for next semester, huh?
Are
y'all gonna do a summer season, summer league?
Probably not.
No.
I'm not gonna.
Any kind of scrims to get better?
Maybe, but probably in May, probably. But in June, July, we're just gonna take a break because I don't want to force them to keep on playing.
Don't burn out.
Exactly. Don't want to get burnt out again.
Understood.
But yeah, preparing for next week because next Saturday it's Land Shark.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
next week is Land Shark.
Ooh, I think we have 3 teams guaranteed, right? No.
Halo.
Oh wait,
unofficial
4 teams.
No, then I don't think Rocket League's going. I don't know.
I thought they were.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Our unofficial Halo team.
Unofficial.
Unofficial official Halo team.
Yep.
Overwatch, and then of course Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep.
I am looking forward to competing at this tournament.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping to get some more experience playing different teams than what we're used to playing. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping we have a good showing and make a name for ourselves in this tournament.
Sweet. Awesome. I'm loving it.
I'm looking forward.
I'm hoping I can tag along and do some content stuff, get some footage, anything, Never know.
Never know what could happen.
Maybe I can show up for one day. Maybe I can go for the whole thing.
I would love to see if we can get streamed though.
Oh, I wish.
If our match is not getting streamed, then hopefully we can stream it. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout.
I have a feeling
I keep doing this sometimes. I keep going.
I have a feeling probably not. I don't know if they would want us to do that.
We probably could.
It may not even have internet access. It may be just fully LAN. Anyways,
I don't know.
I'm throwing out some interesting stuff.
Like I said, it's all online, so we'll be competing here and stuff. Yeah, it's all online.
Y'all actually aren't going to a LAN
it's
Shark.
all online.
Okay, so if online, then maybe we could.
Yeah, I would love to be able to stream the matches to show people. Now, since we have 3 teams, I don't know who's getting streamed, but he should be definitely.
Sorry, gesundheit.
Oh, but no, it's a little stuffy nose. No.
Little CG nose.
No.
Got you.
I had to think about what I had to think about.
Almost let you into that one.
Yeah.
But I think that's about all we have planned for you guys and gals and everybody.
I wish this episode we could. Next week, I'm expecting a good episode. Next week.
Well, this week wasn't good?
This week was good, though.
Okay.
This was the day. I thought this was the David
Maybe we'll
episode.
have a guest next week. Who knows?
Ooh.
We'll just stay tuned.
You know what? I think I'm going to do it. We should make a poll on Twitter with 3 names.
For a guest?
Yes. And
okay. Also questions. Add questions in there.
Oh, yeah. I think next week. I think we should do it. We're going to do a Q&A next week.
We'll drop a Google Doc.
We're gonna post on Twitter probably in this week, and we're gonna ask y'all to ask us some questions, whether it be about the podcast, Eagle Esports as a competitive side, as a casual side.
Yeah.
We would love
about
to
us
hear
as casters.
About us
we'll
as
take any questions.
Host, as me as a coach.
If we don't feel like we should answer it on stream, we won't. But
him as a retired player.
Me as a retired player, almost as a retired media production.
I'm
retiring for things left and right these days.
Sad day. But yeah, I think next week we will do a Q&A. I think actually we should. I think we should just go ahead and say we're doing a Q&A next week.
Maybe
with a guest. With a guest.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the guest can be on next Monday, but
next week
be ready because we're gonna try to get at least one.
I would love to have a guest do his Q&A with us, but I think next week for sure we're doing a Q&A for our podcast. We'll answer it live on stream too. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for a post for our Twitter, and to ask us some questions. keep it PG-13, please.
Yeah, PG if we can.
PG if we can.
PG-13 is we can stretch to that.
But yeah, so like I said, we'd love to hear some of the questions y'all have. We'd love for y'all to watch it live next week. But that's all we have for y'all today. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the Eagles Nest Esports Podcast. Another great episode, David. Might I say another
14,
great episode.
I say.
14. Man, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Southern Miss.
To the top. Have a great Monday.